Good long evening, Brisbane, and welcome to TechNut's Tech News Hour on the shortest day of the year and on tonight's show. IE officially retired at 26. How do you separate those bowls? GPUs are getting cheaper, and we get to check out some games. All that and more on your local tech news radio show here on Switch Brisbane. Internet Explorer finally goes to the grave. Released August 16th, 1995. That's 26 years ago, or thereabouts. Internet Explorer, the web browser Microsoft released for free in a world where Netscape Navigator, a distant grandfather of today's Mozilla Firefox, and a handful of other web browsers existed for a fee. Microsoft originally included, as part of the Microsoft Plus pack for Windows 95, Internet Explorer version 1.0, and included in Windows 95 SR 2.5, and every other Windows product, up to and including Windows 10, and for a period of time in the 90s, it was also pre-installed on Apple computers. As part of an agreement where Microsoft saved Apple, Internet Explorer was officially retired, Wednesday just gone. Internet Explorer, long known as an out-of-date browser, and well known in memes as how you download Chrome or Firefox, was even recently still a requirement to access some brands of security cameras, known as DVRs, for live viewing cameras and transferring footage. Its inclusion with Windows effectively killed off its competitors until about 2001, causing Netscape to open source its browser as it closed down its business, and that browser became the Mozilla Desktop, and finally branching off the web browser portion, which was Mozilla Firefox, which very quickly overtook Internet Explorer to become the number one browser for many years. That was until Google released Google Chrome in competition. Given that the first public version of IE was released, 26 years ago, this is obviously quite a significant move. However, it seems that the browser holds more meaning to some than others. In fact, a forked gravestone for the browser has gone viral in South Korea. This is TechNut. This is the Tech News Hour on Switch Brisbane. We'll return soon. If you want a shout out, or if you want to ask a technical question, send an email to technutnews@gmail.com. Send me your Twitch handle or your Twitch channel name. I'll shout you out on the radio here on Switch. That's technutradio@gmail.com. You're listening to the Tech News Hour with me, TechNut, on Switch Brisbane. Watch out for crypto scammers in YouTube comments, emails, Facebook posts, etc., claiming they are "we're debt-free now" by following the advice of this person, with a thread of comments leading to a WhatsApp number, and that person being a very helpful citizen on the other end. Even worse than this, crypto's crashed in the last couple of weeks. It's been on a downfall in the last 6 months, but has really gotten to a problem in the last week or so. The upside to this: GPUs have finally come down in price as crypto miners are selling off all their used stock that are no longer usable for mining crypto. So GPUs are finally hitting recommended retail prices. You can go online now and buy yourself a 1660 Super for around about the $380 mark, brand new, where even as little as 6 months ago, that card was still $800. I bought the 1660 Super about 2 years ago for $360, brand new. I ended up selling it during the super high prices for a relatively high price, and using that and putting some more money into it to buy my 2060 Super, which I've got now. I wouldn't do it again. I couldn't sell my card that I've got now for half the price I paid for it retail, but that's kind of how it's gone. But yeah, so keep an eye on these crypto scammers and things like that, because really, they don't do anything. You can put all your money in you like. They'll tell you a lot of fluff, make it look like you're making lots of money, until you turn around and say, "Can I have some of that back?" Then they'll just go silent. I mean, look, if you're looking at crypto, I'd be very careful at the moment. It's like playing the stock market pretty much. But look at providers like CoinSpot, and that sort of thing, where they're a legitimate brokerage and crypto exchange, where you can actually have a look at the rates between all the different cryptos, and you can monitor them as they're going up and down. But I'm not a financial advising person, so take it like a grain of salt. But use this opportunity with crypto going shocking to go and get a GPU and play some bloody games, because there's some cool shit coming out. This is TechNut with the Tech News Hour on Switch Brisbane. When it comes to the NBN, It pays to shop around. With providers offering $0 sign-up, no contracts, and many of them offering $10 a month discounts for a 6-month period for new customers, it pays to shop providers and chase the deals. You can easily cut your internet bill by $120 a year. Check out websites such as CanStar Blue and WhistleOut. Set your speed plan limits in the search engine that they have on each of those, and set your data limit above 1,000 gigabytes or unlimited if it's optioned. And you should get a list of about 5 or 6 different providers that will give you a 50/20 internet plan, unlimited data with a $0 sign up for about $55 to $65 a month. What happens is, when you get close to your 6 months, shop around again and just swap providers. Changeover can be as quick as making a phone call and having the updates done instantly pretty much, and you just update the details in your modem to get you back online. It pays to use a public email address such as Gmail, Outlook, what's the other one? Proton Mail, I see used by a few people. Instead of using your ISP's email, that is an @BigPond, @TP, or @Optus email address, so that when you change plans to a different provider, you don't lose the email account, because that seems to be a bit of a thing too. A lot of modern NBN providers not even supplying an email address in the first place. This isn't much of an issue for new subscribers. If you do have a look at the data plans and decide, if it's one or two people and you're happy with a 25 megabit service or even a 12 megabit service, look at the wireless broadband service offerings from Optus, Telstra and TPG. It may work out better value for you. This is Tech Nut with the Tech News Hour on Switch Brisbane, hoping to save you money. Let's check out what's new in game news. This week seems like it's the release new things that are actually old things again week. Wrenchfest has now been released on Nintendo Switch. Farming Simulator, where you run a farm, funny enough, hopefully growing some lettuce because cabbage on Zinger Burgers is pure grot. Is now available though on PS4 and Xbox One. Sonic Origins, which is pretty much a bundle of the 4 Sonic games from the Sega Mega Drive, this is what the Americans just called the Genesis, is out on pretty much everything. Capcom's released their fighting collection with 10 classic fight games from Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, and the Super Puzzle Fighter series. So they're out again on pretty much everything that plays games at the moment. So go and check those out. They look pretty exciting. This is Tech Nut on Tech News Hour here on Switch Brisbane. Want advice on struggling with life's smallest inconveniences? Tweet about it. This happened this week when a New York-based artist, Chi Nguyen, at a wit's end after many attempts to separate 2 bowls that had become stuck together, pleaded for help on Twitter. I stacked a ceramic bowl in another one while I was doing the dishes, and now they are stuck together, she wrote. How do you remove the smaller bowl without breaking both of them? Nguyen's post had been retweeted more than 30,000 times in just over a day, and she'd received hundreds of replies, ranging from the helpful, using boiling water, to the less so, take it up a mountain and hope altitude breaks them apart. It was the Super Bowl's competition. Sorry, no one saw that coming. Nguyen started with the basics. Ice on the inside to make the smaller bowl smaller, and hot water on the outside to make the bigger bowl bigger. Talk to the bowls. Not even that worked. Eventually, the increasingly desperate tweeter handed the bowls to a toddler. The toddler got them open by banging them on the floor. Like your computer. Give it to the kids. They'll work it out. This is Tech Nut with the Tech News Hour on Switch Brisbane. Back in a bit. Thanks for joining me again for another week. Remember, you can contact the show at technutradio@gmail.com and we'll shout you out on the radio. And if you have a question, feel free to ask one. If it's technical related, I'll answer it on air. This has been Tech Nut. This is the Tech News Hour. This has been real fun. I'll catch you here next week at 9 p.m. on Switch Brisbane. Have a good night.